Hello YouTube, I'm going to be speaking to you about Bronze Age axes. This is a pretty typical Bronze Age axe with a very long, wide, flared head on it. It's got a very thin blade attached to quite a long hafting, and it's an L-shaped handle made out of mulberry. The cordage on there is tree bast fiber, so the inner bark from a tree. And just from handling this, my thoughts are that this is actually more of a weapon than a woodworking tool. It definitely is a chopping tool. When you feel it in your hands, it has just all the weight is forward, so it wants to chop, it wants to fall forward. So that's definitely its use, or it could be used to that. There is some thought that these are actually more like status symbols rather than tools or weapons. But just from handling it, my thoughts are that if you were facing someone with a shield and you needed to get around that shield, this would be a very good weapon as long as you could stop them from raising their shield, perhaps with your shield. You can chop down over someone and strike them very effectively in the head or in the shoulders or in the collarbone or even in the neck if you came at an angle. So I think that would be a very effective battlefield weapon for the Bronze Age warrior. That would do a lot of damage. Striking someone in the head or in the shoulders would either incapacitate them or really counter their ability to use their shield or their weapon in their other hand if you were to do enough damage in those areas. So it seems to me that that's what this would be more suited for. It doesn't seem robust enough to be a woodworking blade necessarily, and it wouldn't necessarily be, it just doesn't seem that precise in terms of when you're cutting down a tree, you sort of want to be hitting in very precise angles to get it to cut. You don't want your cuts all over the place. You want them concentrated, and you want that repeated chopping action and be very precise. But because this is so long, it doesn't really feel like that it's that precise. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. I'm not sure what the official use of this actually is. Perhaps someone can put something in the comments. I haven't seen many YouTube videos about Bronze Age axes as a complete piece or how they're used. I've seen some videos of them being cast. These are actually cast heads, and they usually cast them in a mold or a soapstone mold, and then they would polish them up and refine them from that point. So hopefully that gives you a bit more insight into the Bronze Age axe. Thanks for watching.